How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome after so long of waiting. We are finally playing Final Fantasy Versus 13. Oh my god, guys, it has been one hell of a ride. I mean, we played Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 7 Remake was amazing, and now we're finally getting a game that has gone through hell, and that is Final Fantasy Versus 13. Guys, let me tell you, I am so stoked to play this game. You know, I've seen everything. I mean, I love Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 is a really great game. You should definitely pick it up. But, you know, finally getting the chance to play what it was originally supposed to be with Final Fantasy Versus 13, oh my god, I'm just so excited. I'm ready to play it for you guys. You know, I'm putting Kingdom Hearts 3 on hold just because I gotta play this. You know, this is amazing. We're gonna play it right now. Let's go. I would like to take this time to apologize that we will not be playing Final Fantasy Versus 13 because that was changed to Final Fantasy 15. I'm just joking, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3, and finally we are in my absolute favorite world of this game. We are in Toy Box. First things first, I had to do that for the opening of this video because even then, when I saw that clip for the first time, I actually said to myself, am I like playing a new game? Like what the hell is going on? And but that was actually really cool. I think Tetsuya Nomura denied that was like hinting at his vision for Final Fantasy Versus 13. I don't know, but I'm kind of with the fans on this one. I really think that was like him like trying to say, yeah, this is what I was going for with my Final Fantasy Versus 15 before they changed it to Final Fantasy 15. But hey, it doesn't matter. But either way, hey, I enjoyed Final Fantasy 15. That is my favorite Final Fantasy game. I played a lot of Final Fantasy games over the years, but Final Fantasy 15 was absolutely great. If you haven't picked it up, pick it up. It's actually really, really fun. But with that being said, sorry it took so long for uploading videos. My spring break just kind of flew by, and I just kind of got lazy. I wanted to relax, and a lot has actually happened with my life that I'm going to talk about today. And I think being in my favorite Disney world, it's going to be a great place to talk about some stuff. But first things first, again, so sorry for not uploading a lot. I apologize for that. I'm going to try and get better at that because this isn't a very long game to beat, but it's just, you know, doing my schoolwork, recording the gameplay, and then recording this audio. It definitely takes a lot out of you, and, you know, I have some very exciting news I'm going to say later throughout this video, but I'm back. I'm going to try and record some more videos. I think I'm actually going to try and I would love to get these because I actually was able to split the Toy Story world into 2 parts. So I'm going to try and see if I can get those recorded with my audio. So that way I can just kind of record some gameplay. Just kind of relax on my own because it's kind of been a while since I've been playing this. So I'm getting into some other games. But let's just let me just before we get into my little special news, well, do I want to talk about the news or do I want to go into the world? I should probably talk about the news first so I can kind of like really go into the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been so lucky enough that I've been accepted into an alumni program for the Disney College program, and I'm super excited. But as you guys know, since I kind of told you my older videos, when I was in my first Disney College program, I was away for about 6 months. I was gone from January to August, and I ended up not recording a video until I got back. And yes, for this program, I am going to be gone, but I'm actually not going to be gone for as long as you would think. This alumni program is actually only about a 12-week program. I'm only going to be gone from, like, the ending of May to the beginning of August, so it's actually not going to be that long. But, you know, with my school kind of ending towards my leave day for Disney, again, there's not going to be a lot that I can do. But I do plan on releasing another walkthrough before I go down there. And I think you guys already know what it is, and I guess I'll just kind of say this now, because, you know, I probably, I can't even remember what I say in my other videos, because I just can't for the life of me. But in my other videos, I kind of talked about how this was, originally this was going to be, like, this summer was supposed to be almost entirely dedicated to Kingdom Hearts 3 and Crash Bandicoot, because for those of you that don't know, Crash Team Racing does come out at the end of June, and I never played that when it was originally released on the PlayStation, so I am going to be getting that for the PlayStation 4, but I'm not going to be able to play it until August, because I was going to just literally have the summer dedicated to Crash again, because I am going to be playing Crash Bandicoot Warped. That is a promise, and that is going to be the next playthrough after Kingdom Hearts 3. I am going to have Crash Bandicoot Warped all done by the time that I go to Florida, because I think I should have plenty of enough time to get that recorded and get that out to you guys. Because with Crash Bandicoot, I don't have to do what I'm doing for Kingdom Hearts, like record my gameplay and then record audio, because Crash is different, because Crash, you know, you guys like me playing it with my audio, and Crash isn't that much of a big deal with volume, so it's not going to be as bad, but I do plan on getting that recorded to you guys as soon as Kingdom Hearts 3 is done. I'm actually really just any chance I can get with my free time, I'm really going to start trying to push more of these Kingdom Hearts 3 videos up there, because it's not that long to complete, but it is a lot of work trying to get this all set up for you guys, so don't worry, I'm going to have that all set as quickly as I can. And then Crash Bandicoot Warped will be coming before I set out for Florida, but I will not be able to do Crash Team Racing until I get back. And I do apologize for that, but considering this program affects more of my career in the future, I have to put that first. That's just what I have to do. But I promise that as soon as I come back, I'm going to have, I think, at least 2 weeks 2 to 3 weeks of summer left, so I'll definitely be able to start playing some Crash Team Racing. So that's what the schedule is right now, and that's just gonna how it has to be. I'm sorry that I'm going away again, guys, but again, this is for my career. I have to do this, and it's something that I really want to do. So, but don't worry, I'm gonna keep making videos, and there'll be more videos when I get back. But the thing is, again, I'm not gonna be gone for that long. This is literally 2.5 months instead of 6 months. So, no need to worry. And with that being said, like, that's all of the basic news. So yeah, I'm gonna finally get to go back to work at Disney. I'm really excited to go and do that. And it's gonna be super fun. Even though it's for a shorter time, it's still gonna be really great to get back in there and start working, and then, you know, come back and get back into the groove of school. But that's all I have for announcements. So let's get on with this amazing world. So with my history in Toy Story, you know, Toy Story, and I'll say this again, I probably said this so many times.
Friend that toys like us could ever hope to have.
Toy Story is my favorite set of Disney films. I love these movies. I love them all. I don't care what people say about Toy Story 3 and all the sequels or whatever. I love it. I think the characters are amazing. The stories are just so great. And I can't help it. I watch these movies so many times. I can get so many great laughs just from facial expressions that the characters make to some of the lines that are delivered. It's perfect. I love it. And Toy Story 2, and I actually have said this in for my job, like when I went in, they asked me what's your favorite Disney movie? And honestly, my favorite Disney movie is Toy Story 2. I love Toy Story 2. I think that's a great movie. And I think as a sequel, it's a great sequel nonetheless. And I cannot wait for Toy Story 4. Whenever there's a new Toy Story movie, I'm always on board to see it. I cannot wait. And Toy Story has just kind of been in my life for so long. Like, when I was growing up, like, my brother and I, we had Toy Story for the Game Boy. but Toy Story 2 for the N64 was one of those games for the N64. You see, back then, I just was not good. I just was like, I couldn't find a game that was like an amazing game for me that I can say that it's my game, I beat it, and it's my thing. You know, my brother had Pokemon, and my sisters had Pokemon too. But for me, it was Kingdom Hearts. But I would always watch my brother play these games because, one, he knew what he was doing. He knew how to beat it. You know, he struggled along some ways. But I would love watching him play a certain number of games. And a lot of my time was spent watching him play games on our N64. If it wasn't Super Mario 64, it was Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Puzzle League. Paper Mario was so much fun to watch him play, and including the 1,000-Year Door. If you guys have never played the first 2 Paper Mario games, pick them up. They're amazing. I want those games to get remade or just brought to HD because I would have an excuse to get a Switch. But another game was Toy Story 2 for the N64. It was just for a Disney game on that platform. It looked great. It played great. And we had so much fun with it. And when I first found out that Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to have a Toy Story world, like, I kid you not, like, this is before I even went to my first Disney program.
Let's see.
This trailer came out in the summer, so I didn't even apply for the program that I would get in. There was it D23? I think it was D23. There was a D23 conference, and Tetsuya Nomura, the director of Kingdom Hearts 3, was there, and they said that at this conference they were going to show off a brand new world and a brand new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, because back then, the only other updated trailer we got was the Hercules trailer with the updated Unreal Engine graphics, and it looked amazing, and I was excited to see what other world it was going to be. A lot of people thought it was going to be Tangled or Big Hero 6, but I was kind of leaning more towards Tangled, because since Big Hero 6 was the last world to be created, I didn't think they'd have that world all finalized and ready to go. But it shocked it. I cannot tell you what was going through my mind when I was watching the Toy Story reveal trailer. And you know, in the beginning of the trailer, it just you kind of see Olympus, and you see Twilight Town. Maybe a smidge of Tangled. I can't be so sure. I think it was just Twilight Town and Olympus. But when that trailer cuts to Sora, Donald, and Goofy walking out of the bed into Andy's room, I lost it. I had always wanted a Toy Story world because of how much I just love this series and just how much I love Toy Story 2 and the N64. Honest to God, I wanted a Toy Story world in Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't care how it looked. I just wanted to team up with Woody and Buzz. I didn't care if it was just split between the two, and just to go in a Toy Story world. And just watching the trailer for this world, it's just breathtaking. It's just an eye-opener. It looks so great. And the story that they're telling, for those of you that don't know, all the Pixar stuff that was in this game, their respective Pixar teams had a hand in creating these worlds. So for Monsters, Inc. and Toy Story, you know, the creators actually helped design and create this world and story. And I think the story for Kingdom Hearts standard is pretty well done. I mean, you have young Xehanort, who has split the Toy Story world in two, leaving some of Andy's toys in one world, and Andy in the other as well, leaving Buzz, Woody, Ham, Rex, and the Army Men in the other. And they think that there's a clue in this new toy store called Galaxy Toys. And one of the levels I always liked in Toy Story 2 was when you went to Al's Toy Barn and Al's Space Station, because they just looked so cool. I mean, it was a toy store. I mean, when you're a kid, toy stores are the greatest thing in the world. And I still think they're the greatest thing in the world today. But when I saw how big Galaxy Toys was, I'm like, we get to explore all this? And you really do. There's so much to explore in this world. And it's, God, I could seriously talk about this world forever. But just for story purposes, the main gist of the story is that we're trying to find some of Andy's lost toys. And we're trying to, you know, just wait for Andy to get home as well, because nobody's heard from him. So we travel to Galaxy Toys to try and find the toys, and maybe you can get a clue on Andy. And then we kind of come face to face with young Xehanort from Dream Drop Distance, and he starts giving us some shit. And right at the get-go, you know, I honestly, if you want my honest opinion, like I said, no game is perfect. Every game has its flaws, and, you know, but, my only complaint for Toy Box would probably be that we couldn't explore the rest of Andy's house. Because when you look at the N64 game for Toy Story 2, you explore it all over the place, and that was an N64 game. And I still think for an N64 game, there was a lot that you got to explore, now that I think about it. But I get it, with this world, your primary focus is being in Galaxy Toys, but, you know, maybe Andy's backyard would be great, or just maybe, like, the stairs to the front, to the family room, you know, just something like that. But for what we get, I still love it. I absolutely love it. And now we've got this asshole in this world.
The first of the Xehanorts.
I'm so honored you remember me.
And let me just say, when Woody tells Xehanort off, it is one of the greatest scenes in Kingdom Hearts 3 history. Oh my god, I fucking love that scene.
Oh, no. He can move.
Way cool.
And again, because I think that the Pixar teams had a hand in creating the story, the dialogue for all these characters is great. I literally feel like this could be Toy Story 4. But surprisingly enough, the developers actually confirmed that this event takes place after Toy Story 2 and way before Toy Story 3, because as we can tell from Andy's room, he's still got... His room is very reminiscent of Toy Story 2. He's still got a good chunk of toys in there, but not the kind of feeling that he's grown up like in Toy Story 3.
And then pulled those hearts apart. I wonder how you'll handle the strain.
Wait, what does that mean?
Don't let me down.
I hate this guy. And it was also cool that they got the voice actors for Ham and Rex. That was a neat little touch. I like that.
I think we've got our answer.
Now, okay, let's address the elephant in the room here concerning Woody's voice actor. Honestly, I think it's alright. I think it's just fine. For video game standards, it's just fine. I wouldn't go to say that it's shit, but again, you can never replace Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. And part of me knew that, I'm sorry, but if Kingdom Hearts 3 could get Tom Hanks and Tim Allen to do this, I would be very, very surprised. I'd be really, really happy that's for damn sure. But to get them to reprise their roles for this game, I did not think at all that was a possibility. So now that we're in the mechs, let's talk a little bit about what I think about the mechs. Honestly, I think that they're okay. I actually don't use them as often. I use them in the walkthrough just because they kind of move things along pretty quickly. Because again, I don't want to have to make so many parts because I'm just taking my time doing things. I try to get things done as fast as possible because you guys want to see the story and you want to see like the main mechanics of the gameplay. But I think when it comes to the mechs, I mean, they're alright. They each have their own different like abilities. Like the red one's special ability is using like a mega charge. The blue one that I'm in has like little cannons that don't go much of a distance, but the purple ones have like pack all the power. But yeah, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not really using the mechs at all. Like, even when I was, like, grinding for experience or just kind of playing around to level up before I go to the next world, I really didn't use the mechs. I would just kind of stick to my Keyblades. And another reason why I think you should go to Tangled first is that the Mirage Staff Keyblade is a great Keyblade to have in this world, especially with the mechs, because they can just take out anything because of how much the Keyblade can go for attack. And just to kind of touch up on the story, because we're about to enter a cutscene that kind of sheds more light about what these characters think of Sora and the gang. Buzz hates us. Like, Buzz is not a fan of Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And in a way, I get that. A lot of shady stuff has been happening in Andy's house. And, Buzz wants to know the truth, and he wants to get to the bottom, of it.
Probably means they split this world in two.
But considering that,
Us and the other.
if we think this through, this takes place after Toy Story 2. So this is after that whole adventure of, Al taking Woody and the whole deal with the Prospector. It kind of makes sense that Buzz would be a little bit on edge with new toys just because of how Prospector treated Woody and what he thought of toys in general. And, mysterious, heartless toys start showing him in Andy's room and then Sora down the Goofy show. Of course, Buzz has a good reason not to trust him. I get that, and I think that's a great thing of storytelling because then as we progress through the world, we start to build up Buzz's trust, and he starts to realize that, there's good in these toys and they mean well.
Any of that ring a bell?
Whereas Woody is he's even...
That just means these strangers are part of the delusion.
Again, like, these characters are written so well. And with Woody, this is after Toy Story 2, after being kidnapped, and, this is after he's, made peace with Buzz, and he's all good friends with him, that he understands that every toy deserves his shot, and that he's not number one.
So they might help find our friends.
This fits perfectly with how his character is like in Toy Story 2 and even to come in Toy Story 3 when they leave Andy. Woody is still that same character who has gone through so much from his adventure in the first Toy Story and the second one. So we're kind of going nowhere with Buzz being our friend, and now we've just learned from the army men that everyone that came with us at the toy store is gone. Rex is gone, Ham is gone. And we lost a few of the army men, so now we got to go find them. Oh yeah, and the aliens. We can't forget the aliens.
We have got to find them.
Please, let us help.
Yeah. Well, Buzz, do you really think we can save our friends on our own? We didn't get very far before. We got to take all the help we can get.
And another thing I'd like to address is that, because that they're in this alternate world, Buzz's laser is actually real. It actually fires lasers. So
It's true.
you can fit this into the Toy Story timeline because who knows? Maybe by then, by the time they go back to their original world, they forget about Sora, Donald, and Goofy. But I don't think that they're going to pull something like that because it's a parallel world. But as far as, like, the future of the Kingdom Hearts series,
I'll work with you till we find our friends.
there's so much more potential to do with Toy Story that I honestly think this is just the beginning. I think because this world, this is a really popular world by the fans, that I think we have not seen the last of Toy Story.
This ascent is going to be rather tricky.
Too bad we're not strapped to a rocket, huh?
Ah?
Hey, think we could use that?
Oh. It's perfect. Come on, guys.
Gosh, I'm kind of worried.
So what I kind of do in the beginning part of this, of being in Galaxy Toys, is I'm actually going to hunt for, I'm going to show you where all the hidden Mickeys are in this particular area, I believe. Yes, I do. Okay. So if you head up on this desk right here, there's a hidden Mickey right over there. And then where do I go next? Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to hop aboard one of these Gigases. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then you want to head to the stack of toys right behind the gumball machine and fire your cannons. Literally. And then there's a hidden Mickey right down there.
Let's see.
I want to take this time to also apologize a little bit. Now, if there's any, like, extra noise that you hear in the background, it's probably because it's kind of stormy out by where I live, so you might hear some thunder, some wind, so I apologize for that.
Say, this looks like a way in.
Oh, wow. Did I avoid the other one?
Nice.
Well, actually, if you exit Galaxy Toys in general and you kind of turn your camera to the right, there's a hidden Mickey that's on, like, a couple things of boxes.
3 rails.
Yeah.
And then if you take the green rail, you'll go literally almost all the way up to the roof. And once you get on top, you'll find a little small treasure chest, and you'll find a big treasure chest that has a new phone game. By the way, I could listen to Yoko Shimomura's version of A Friend Like If You've Got a Friend in Me all day. You know, when it comes to listening to Kingdom Hearts music while you're playing, Under the Sea, it's just, there's only so much, a good chunk of time you can listen to that without wanting to, like, turn off the TV. But listening to You've Got a Friend in Me never, ever gets old. I love listening to that track. I guess I kind of leave out a couple hidden Mickeys, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, there's that one that's outside, and then there's actually one on on top of a spaceship that you have to jump to. It's actually that one that is right on top, right in front of the screen. But I don't think I get that. So the first toy that we're tracking is Rex, and Rex is actually in the action figures store. But before we head in, I just kind of go down the road to get some more items and to take out a couple more Heartless for experience. And yeah, if you hit the balloons or the tank of air, you can make all their voices get a high pitch. It's actually kind of funny, because everyone has a high-pitched voice except for Donald. Well, it looks like the storm's let up by my neighborhood. Now it's just windy as hell. I can't stand that. I can't like, if it's like windy or raining, I can't sleep. I have to put in earplugs. I know that some people like listening to that stuff, but I can't do it. So if you climb all the way on top of those vending machines and kind of walk across this, there's going to be a treasure chest around here, right there. And with that, let's head to the action figure store and try and find Rex.
Looky there. Whoa.
Huh. Rex! Where'd he go?
You sure you saw him?
Yes.
That was not Rex.
Do you guys hear something?
What's that?
Something feels...
These Heartless are really cool in design. Like, jeez, that looks like something straight out of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Buzz, you sure?
If it wanted to play nice, then it should have stayed away from my friends.
Now, this isn't really a boss fight. Like, these Heartless don't really have a lot of, not that big chunk of health, but you're really just in a locked battle, and you just have to take out all 3 of these guys. If you want to try and get it over with quickly, just use your shot lock on the first 2, and then just spam your magic on the last one. Another interesting news today, probably the final trailer for Avengers Endgame came out today, and I didn't even expect that to happen. But it did, and oh my god, that looked amazing. And I gotta say, Marvel and Disney are doing a really good job at keeping that film under the wraps. Like, they have really not showed off a lot of, like, footage in that film, and I have to compliment them on that. I know that people, you know, they want a taste of what is to come, and I get that, but at the same time, what Marvel is doing by not showing a good chunk of that movie, there's going to be even more surprises when the movie comes out. But I gotta say, that trailer was good enough for me, and if that's the final trailer we get, I'm satisfied.
Do you know where the others were taken?
What do you mean? Did something bad happen?
Back to
Speaking of other things to talk about, because now that my brain is working, this past Sunday, I finally saw Captain Marvel, and I thought it was a pretty good movie. It wasn't the best Marvel film, but it was really good. I think the haters, though, seriously need to shut up, like, because Brie Larson did an amazing job. I love her. I loved her in that movie. She was absolutely great. She was in a lot of really great scenes. I love everything about her character. I just think that the direction of the movie could have been a little bit better, and some of the writing could have been a little better. But as far as, like, acting-wise and the actors themselves, phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. I cannot wait to see Captain Marvel in Avengers. I think she's going to be great. But yeah, there's that. And then, you know, haters, just shut up. Like, seriously. If you're not happy with certain things, then don't fucking see the movie.
Rex is right. Besides,
Like, seriously, you know what? Haters, grow up, okay?
Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm dead serious, you know. Brie Larson, it doesn't matter, you know, we're all the same. Females and males, we're all the same. So stop giving other sexes shit. Anyway, yes, Captain Marvel. Pretty good. Excited for Brie Larson and Endgame. And if you complete this little minigame, you get a strength boost. I highly recommend doing that. Other breaking news, let's see here. Game of Thrones, the first actual trailer for the final season came out, I think, a few days ago, I think. And, good God. I don't know what to think about what's going to happen. Like, anything can happen in that final season. I'm really scared because there are a lot of good characters left, but I don't know what is going to happen. But either way, Game of Thrones has always been a show that has done a really great job telling a story. The cinematography is amazing. The characters are amazing. And it's one of those shows that you can watch over and over again because there is probably something that you missed. And my parents have already actually said they're going to do that. After the show ends, they're going to rewatch it all the way from the beginning because there's probably something that we all missed. But then again, my older brother and I, we rewatched that show so many times just because we just like rewatching it. So now that we found Rex, we got a clue that Ham was taken to babies and toddlers. So now we have to head through the fence to get to babies and toddlers so we can find Ham. And there was a clue that was given to us by the Sarge about something up with some music at babies and toddlers. And I think I found a great way to kind of find a good stopping point for this, because this, me being in the Toy Story world is only for 2 parts. Like, I was actually very happy that I was able to make this a 2-part video. But, in this part, I end it to after we find Ham. Because after what we do to help Ham, that's actually a really good stopping point for this episode. Because then there's still so much that we need to do for the second episode. When it comes to these little cannon shooting, if you have an action attraction flow command pop up, go and hit it, because it's probably going to be the Buzz Lightyear ride. And that could really help you get rid of these things really quickly.
Slip through while the fan stops.
I think we're almost at babies and toddlers. Another little game right there. It's actually really cool about the if you guys have seen the new Avengers trailer, it's almost, in a way, it's kind of like created like not necessarily like Schindler's List, but when they kind of like go into the past, like everything that happened before Endgame. You know, everything on the screen is like white and black with like hints of red to kind of emphasize these things from Schindler's List. Kind of did that, even though I only watched that movie one time. But if you watch Schindler's List, you know that movie is purely made in black and white, and there's like a little girl is the only character that wears like a color, and it's a red color, and they kind of do that with the trailer. It actually looked pretty cool in the trailer itself. I highly recommend giving it a watch. But I will say, though, even though I kind of have my own ideas and theories about what is going to happen in Endgame, I honestly really don't know what they're exactly going to do. And again, my compliments to Marvel. They're actually really doing a good job at making sure that nothing gets spoiled and leaked of this movie. And again, they're not showing any new footage that shows of like, I mean, maybe there's like 1 or 2 shots in this news trailer from the final battle, but nothing that really indicates like, oh, what can we predict from this one? Agreed. And I gotta admit, that's really great that they're doing that. I think a lot of people should learn from Marvel just because of Endgame alone, that if you just kind of keep things under wraps, you know, your movie will probably end up being better because it'll be much more of a surprise. But then again, I know there are some people that just, they want to see more, and then there's people like my stepdad that, you know, they don't want to see the trailers. And I get that. I can't help myself. I like watching trailers because it just gets me more excited for the movie. And I like watching it. It's something anticipating to watch. I just get really excited for the film. I can't help it, you know, especially because like these movies go into production for so long. You want to see something, and when you finally get it, it's like, okay, let's see what they're gonna do. How's the movie gonna look like? You know, what are the characters gonna look like? You know, there's so many things about it. So that's my thing about movie trailers. That staff's not really going to do much of a boost for Donald, but hey, it's something you can get. Actually, if you were lucky enough to be at the Kingdom Hearts pop-up experience, or even just have been able to play the Kingdom Hearts demo at a convention, the demo for Toy Story ended after this next boss fight that you get into in the Babies and Toddlers, which is what we'll face pretty soon. I gotta say, it's really haunting to see a toy with, like, heartless glowing eyes and a heartless symbol. It's actually really scary.
Take this.
Speaking of other movie news, that Aladdin trailer, oh my god. Here's the thing. I'm a Will Smith fan. I loved him in Fresh Prince. I loved him in Suicide Squad. I don't care what anybody says. I'm excited for Aladdin, especially after that news trailer where we get to see hear tracks from the movie with the songs. It sounds so good. And why did I say Robin Williams? And Will Smith, I think he still looks great as the genie. I think he's going to be just fine. It's, you know, again, nothing is ever going to beat what Robin Williams did. Robin Williams perfected that role, and that is very true. But I believe that Will Smith is going to bring a new taste to the movie, and I think he's going to be just fine. So again, haters, shut up. Just shut up, haters. Alright, so we got a clue from the Sarge about something with music. So there's a record player. So basically you just have to go on the record player and
You've never used a record player?
and just kind of activate the record player. Then you just kind of have to find out that one of the army men is actually stuck inside one of those musical instruments, being the only one that he could actually get into, and that's the big-ass baritone. Or tuba, I don't even know what the hell it is. But I played baritone in high school, and that was shit. I hated that.
Wait, did that sound off to you?
Hey! Sora! There's some kind of strange noise coming from the orchestra!
Got it. Woody, you keep the record going.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
And just go up to the toy, press the reaction command, and initiate cutscene to get the army guy out of the instrument.
Something seems to be stuck in this tuba.
I'll get it out. Got it.
Excuse me. God, that wind will not calm down.
Corporal!
You all right, son?
Yes, sir.
That's the soldier Sarge lost contact with.
So, you found Ham?
What the heck? Okay. Sorry, while I'm recording this gameplay, I'm also just on my phone looking at stuff. And a friend of mine just posted this link. Police had to tell people to stop calling them because of Facebook outage. Oh my god. What are the cops gonna do about Facebook being down?
Your tour is over, son.
But yeah, in case you guys didn't know, yesterday, March 13th, Facebook went down for a good long time, and it was pretty crazy. A lot of people couldn't get access to Facebook, and I guess like a lot of people were complaining. But Jesus, what are the police gonna do?
Hey! What is going on?
What are they gonna do? Like go up to your computer and say Facebook work?
Woody, mission complete.
Why didn't you tell me a little sooner?
Just kind of going over my Facebook here, just
Sorry,
because I
there's
got
no time to rest.
nothing better to do.
Cam needs us.
What the? Avengers Endgame. Marvel fan spots Spider-Man on poster and we're in tears. What? Where? Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody freaking... Okay, if you guys are looking at the new poster for Endgame, if you look right in between Cap's shield and Rocket Raccoon, somebody circled the dust that's in between... Jesus Christ.
Talk about cabin fever. Thanks for the save.
You okay?
Oh my God, people have way too much time on their hands. It's still a good looking poster, but oh my God. That is creepy. When I first found out about, when I first saw that thing, I was seriously freaked out.
She's back. That's the doll that Big fed me.
That is terrifying.
Take cover.
Copy that. One stay in the dreaded breakfast was enough for me.
Not another possessed toy.
Guys, look alive.
Now, this boss fight is really, it's not that bad. The doll is going to be seriously going all over the place. What you really want to do is you want to take out all the Heartless that are surrounding her, because then they're really just going to be in your way to try and stop her. And again, it's free experience, so just do it. Just do it. And then with the Mirage Staff Keyblade, just take her down. But yeah, get rid of all the Heartless first. And then she's really not going to be a problem. And for this world, the team-up attack with Woody and Buzz is going on the rocket that Sid bought from the first movie and launching the rocket at your enemies, which I show off right here. And it's pretty cool. I think the controlling for the rocket is a little bit off, but it's not so bad once you kind of get the hang of it. I don't know how that fire projectile missed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we only got like a few minutes left, so I'm going to take this time right now to wrap up this video by saying thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I did, talking about all this news and haters and all this entertainment update was really, really fun. And it's a Toy Story. It's freaking Toy Story. But thank you all so much for watching. Sorry about the delay in video uploads. I'm going to try and do better about that. You know, just again, with my schoolwork and doing all this, it's a lot of work, but it's the best thing for me to do for this series. So that's all I can, just all I can really say and do at the moment. But don't worry, more videos will be coming, and I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.
The darkness can only creep in when our hearts falter. Trust me, you'll be fine if you don't lose heart.
Well, that's good. Because I know you, Buzz. You'll never lose heart when it comes to your friends.
True enough, cowboy. Sorry to have worried you all.
No problem. Now, let's go find the others. Huh?
A flying saucer!
I think I know who that might lead us to. Come on, guys.
Hey, Woody. I just slow you down with all the loose change I'm carrying. I'll hang by the entrance.
No problem. Be safe, Ham. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, buddy. You just take care of your old self.
Now, let's follow that UFO.
Right! Heal! Let's see.